Welcome to the installation of the Model D Amber, the Princess carriage bed. Let's start. Now we start with putting the bed frame is. Now we start with the item P, which is the one at the end there. We put one there, and also we join in two item O, which is the long slide there. One there, one there. Now pay particular attention. There's actually two sides for the slide. One is actually got holes on top like that, and the other side is actually no hole. So make sure you install in. Make sure the whole side is actually on top there, and also on this one as well. And then next you're going to put in a 50mm screw like that by putting a washer in like that, and then we tied it in this manner. Okay, now we put two for each end, two there, two on this side, and also two on the other two corners as well. Okay, and make sure it's actually nice and tight, so it's actually nice and secure. Now as you can see in front of us, which is item, the left hand side, the right hand side long piece, we call it the item A and item B. Now we start with putting all the screw in by using this long screw, as you can see in front of us. Now we start from this side here. Now if you have a mattress which is 1.9 meters long, you put the screw in this hole. And if you have a longer mattress which is 2 meters long, then you put in this mattress. Okay, now we start putting two screw in, one there and one there. The one we built in now is actually 1.9 meters long, so we use this hole here and one there. Okay, now we also put in two at the end, one there and also one on the other side. And once you finish putting on the fourth screw, we're going to put in this plastic piece in, as you can see there. Now this plastic piece should be in like this, one there. Next we're going to put in this plastic piece in. Now bear in mind you put in the right position like that in this two hole. Now make sure the flat face is actually facing this side, one here and also one there, and make sure the plastic face is facing this way. Now you hammer in and make sure the flat face is actually on this side. And as for this side, this one here, the flat face is actually facing on the top like that. And also at the other end we're putting like this, and the flat end should be facing towards us like so. Now when you finish on this side, you do exactly the same on the other side as well. And when you finish, the both pieces should look like that, and we continue to the next step. Next we're going to put in the item C, which is the front panel, the back panel of the carriage bed. Now we're going to put in this 4 locking device. As you can see, it looks like that, and also got an arrow. As you can see, there's an arrow. Now you must face the arrow towards where the screw gonna come in. So in this case here, the screw is coming in this way, so the arrow must be pointing this way. So put it in like this. Okay. If it doesn't fit in properly, use the Allen key provided. Lightly twist it in until it's actually in. Okay, and make sure line it up, the arrow pointing towards the hole at the end there like that. And we do the same as for that one there. We'll line it again, make sure the arrow is pointing towards the hole, and we'll do for the rest of the 4 holes as well. And the next on this end here, which you can see, this piece actually got a curly part on top. And we do exactly the same. We put in 4 locking devices as well, like previously described. 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, and 4 there. Make sure you put the arrow pointing towards, as this case is pointing that, where the screw is coming in this way. Okay. Now these are good tips for when you are putting the locking device. Make sure you lightly hammer with a hammer in like this, so it's actually nice and flat according with the surface with it as well. Once the locking device in, make sure you just hammer just slightly, do not over hammer, just slightly on each of the locking device like that. Then we're ready for locking it. And then next we're going to put in a wooden dowel in there. Make sure you use the glue provided and put some glue in like that before you hammer in as well. Now make sure you hammer in 40% outside and 60% inside. And then you hammer it in. Now for this component we use a wood dowel which is actually 30 mils in diameter. Sorry, I repeat, it's actually 30 mils long and 8 mil in diameter for this part. And we also put in one more on the other side like that, and also hammer it in, and we hammer it 60% in and 40% out throughout the procedure. Now we do the same as for this side as well. We also put in one wooden dowel in this one like that. Now for this component we do the same as well. We're using a same side of wood dowel and we put glue in, and then we hammer the same in of 60% in and leave 40% out like that. Okay, and we do also one for the other side as well. Okay, next we're gonna put in the pieces. Now we put it up like that. Now before we put in, we make sure put some glue inside there, and then we join the piece in together like that. Okay, next we're going to put in the piece in. We're going to put in some glue into the hole where the wooden dowel going to be like that. And then we firmly make sure it's actually nice and tied in like that, and then with an Allen key we can lock it in the locking device and turning by 180 degrees in the clockwise positions, and once again turn a clockwise direction again like that, and make sure it's nice and tight. Next we're going to join in the other side of the panel, but before we do that we also put in some glue in where the wooden dowel is going to be in like that. Now once it's actually joined in, we lightly tap and then make sure it's actually nice and fit before we lock it in again like that. And we do the same as for the other side as well, and we turn in the clockwise direction to lock it in, and locking the other one as well. And by now your pieces should look like this. Next we're going to need 5 screws, which is 6.3 by 50 mil, and also we also need 8 of the plastic discs on the right hand side, as you can see. Alright, now we're going to put into this unit. As you can see there, you need the panel label L and also 2 of the K on either side. Now with the screw provided, we're going to put in the screw in this manner. Make sure it's nice and tight, and we also put one on the other side as well. Next we position the piece in this position, and then we're going to put in the 3 screws on the back like so. First one we put on the bottom there like that. We put the second one there, and also third one in there. Now these are handy little tips for you. Now make sure you do not tie it in straight away. Just put the screw in position. Or that one there, two there, three there, and four there, and the fifth one on the bottom. Just put the screw in position before you tie it up. When it's actually all lined up, then we start tie it in. Now make sure the gap on the top and the gap on the bottom is evenly spaced. So once you have done that, we start tying it in with the Allen key provided, like so, and we continue for the rest of the screw, all 5 screws. And make sure the surface here is actually nice and even, right through down to the end there as well. Okay, once you've done that, we'll go to the next step. Now once you finish, you also put in the plastic cap into the 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 there, and we'll follow on the other side as well. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 as well. Now with the frame previously we have assembled in this shape, we're going to put in the unit on top. Now there is also one thing you need to position properly. As you can look at the frame there, the distance between the narrow one, that will be the rear of the carriage bed, that one there, and the wider distance of the frame there, that will be the front. So make sure you position the frame properly and knowing which one is the front and which one is the end one. Okay, so repeat again. The front one will be the more wider gap one, and the rear one would be the bit more narrow gap one. Okay, now when you put in the frame on top of the unit, it should look like this, where the rear will be the higher panel and the front will be the lower panel. Now when you put into the frame, make sure this hole here is actually aligned in with the metal frame in there, so we can screw it in. Okay, and we also align in the back as well. Make sure actually align in as well. Okay, and we're ready to screw in the screw. Another tip is also when you put in the frame with the panel, make sure the plastic panel actually rests on the frame there like so, and make sure it's sitting all the way in for all sides and also on this side as well. Like that. Now once we have positioned properly with the hole and the screw, we start putting in 10 screw in. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we do the same for the other side as well. Make sure it's nice and tight.